Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Bridgett, but with Crystal. Bridgett has the day off. She is celebrating her Thanksgiving holiday. So you're stuck with me for the 7:30 live stream. We appreciate you joining us today. We have a lot to talk about because, it is Black Friday. People are out there shopping for those deals. So we do have our own Mark Lehman live out there who will give us a little bit of an update on what he's been seeing. People have been lined up at some of these outlets since 4 a.m. this morning to make sure that they get in on those deals. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving tourism. The crowded lines over at Orlando International Airport. If you have family maybe flying out or coming in the next couple of days, we'll talk a little bit about that. And also, this mystery pet illness. We've been hearing about some of the symptoms that dogs have been having, and the mystery illness may have made its way here to Central Florida. So we speak with a local vet about that. And also, Angel Tree, it's that time of year. We would like to help out 6,000 kids and seniors by helping them enjoy a Christmas with some items. So we're going to talk about how you can give back and get results for those in need this holiday season. So if you haven't been outside yet, it is chilly. I'm talking cold for me personally. Anything in the 70s and 60s, it is time for that jacket weather. So, of course, we want to bring in our meteorologist, Michelle Morgan. She's filling in for Candace this morning. We've been spending Thanksgiving together, too. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's so nice to see you. Let me just tell you, behind me right there, there's some pie that our web director, Daniel, makes. He makes it every year during the holidays, some blueberry pie. So you definitely got to come in here to the
Oh,
newsroom and grab some for breakfast.
yes, absolutely. Sounds delicious.
So we've been talking about this weather. Of course, we've seen this cold front come through that's been affecting the Northeast, but we've been
hmm
seeing those chilly temperatures and maybe expecting some rain today.
Yeah, and I'm already tracking some light to moderate rain moving across really our northern portions or the northern portions of our area. So that's Marion County, also Flagler County, and pockets of heavy rain in a few locations. So we'll continue to see light showers move through the area as we go through the next couple of hours. But look at your temperatures. We're in the 50s, so it is quite chilly. And then when you factor in the rain, so it makes it much cooler in a few locations. So we are starting off in the 50s for pretty much the majority of the area. Lower 60s out in Cape Canaveral and Cocoa Beach. Yesterday it was chilly pretty much all day, but we had that nice sunshine, so it felt nice if you were out in the sunshine, but if you had cloud cover in your area, it still felt pretty cool. And that will be pretty much the same setup as we go through today. So plenty of clouds, looking at a 30% coverage for showers as we go through the next several hours. So if you're watching us right now, if you're getting ready about to head out to go save some money, there are so many Black Friday deals out there. You want to grab that umbrella because you may run into some showers this morning. Temperatures are not going to warm up much. In fact, we're going to be below average, once again climbing into the lower 70s this afternoon, as you can see here in your planning forecast. Now, showers should wrap up later on tonight. A few showers are possible this afternoon, but we're not talking about washout conditions or soaking rain. It's going to be on and off. We'll see some dry slots, but then overnight hours looking nice and dry under mostly cloudy skies. But it's going to be another chilly start to our morning tomorrow. But our Saturday is looking really nice, Crystal, under partly cloudy skies and temperatures warmer in the middle 70s.
And Michelle, I've been seeing you back there in the traffic center, keeping an eye on this front because next week it might be another one.
Another one. Yes,
DJ
another
Khaled,
one.
another one, right?
I love how you slid that in there. Yeah. And we usually get these potent cold fronts move through the area when we're about to wrap up the fall season, heading into the winter season. So it really makes the season actually feel fall-like and winter-like, gives us such a nice break from the heat and humidity. It feels nice outside, but with the light showers today, it's going to make things feel a little bit cooler today. So
Oh, it's cold. I mean, when I left my house this morning, I was in the garage because my car's in there. So I turn on the AC and I pull out and I just see the temperature on my dash go down. My car's AC doesn't go under 60. So it was hot air. I was like,
yes,
what's the AC?
I know, I could imagine. Yeah, and it is pretty cool for many of us across the area. But I used to live in Montana and Virginia, so when I see
Woo!
like 50s and 60s, I'm like, oh, this is balmy. This
This
is
is
not that
nothing.
bad. Because I have something to compare it to. But no, I totally get it. It is chilly for many across the area. And then with our another cold front moving in next week, it's going to keep our daytime highs below average. So we're talking about upper 60s
Wow.
pretty much every single day beginning on Tuesday. So we're looking at some chilly air moving in.
All right. Thank you so much, Michelle. Sweater weather. We'll see you at
Sweater weather.
9 a.m. Me and you, girl.
Yeah, yep.
Thank you. We'll check back in with you later on. Thank you. All right. So we've been talking about weather, but of course, we want to talk about that traffic too, because maybe you're heading out to a local mall to save some of that money. We're going to get right to our DOT camera. We've been taking a look at the traffic all throughout Central Florida. This is a live look at I-4 near Maitland. You're looking pretty good. It's pretty slow as far as traffic goes. We're not seeing many people out on the roadways right now. If you're traveling along I-95 near Vieira Boulevard, you know that the Avenues Mall's over there. You can expect some delays there, as well as along I-4 near Dr. Phillips. So we're talking about once you get close to those outlet malls, Altamont Springs Mall. If you're traveling near Daytona Beach, where the mall is out there, just make sure you pack some patience. I know that's a cliche term to use, but a lot of people are going to be out there. People are going to be a little stressed out trying to get those deals. So let's all be nice and patient with each other today as we are out on the road ways. All right, so we're moving on a little bit to Thanksgiving tourism. We've been seeing a lot of people come in the area, and especially today, let's back up to Black Friday because a lot of people are out there trying to get those deals. Mark Lehman was out there all morning. He saw some people lined up since 4 a.m. over at the premium outlets over on Vineland.
I think I'm good now.
Oh, I think I hear him there. So we'll see if we can pull him up in a minute. But for now, we'll just talk a little bit about some of the lines that we've been seeing because he was outside the Gucci store. And it was a long line of people to be first in those stores to get some of those doorbuster sales. So he's been talking to a few of the folks that were out there bright and early this morning to try to get some of those deals. And I think we have him here live right now from the premium outlets. Mark, how are you doing this morning?
Fantastic. How are you doing this morning, Crystal?
I'm doing good. I wish I was out there to try to take advantage of some of those sales. I see you spoke to a lot of mother-daughter duos. One in particular had some mimosas on them this morning.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people just plan this as like an adventure, like a shopping adventure, and that's what the mother and daughter I spoke with, they were planning it out. They say they do it every year. They're here from Sarasota, made the trip. They brought a bottle of champagne, some orange juice, had themselves some mimosas while they were waiting in line here right outside the Gucci store. And, they just having fun with it, and, it's about the deals, but it's also just about what you can find, about just the adventure of going from place to place.
Yeah, and obviously this year's been tough for a lot of people with high inflation and high costs of everything. So, record number of shoppers out there trying to get these deals ahead of the holiday season.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of them out here today. It's just more and more people keep showing up as we're getting later into the morning. The shops here open up around 6 a.m. We got here around 4:30. Weren't too many people there, but then once about 5:30 hit, more and more people started showing up, and then it's like right before 6, everyone knew that the stores were going to open up at 6, and these lines have just filled up since then, and they haven't stopped. I mean, especially, like I said, the Gucci store right across the way here, Tory Burch, Lululemon right across the way also. Very long lines. Some of them aren't too bad, but definitely the higher end stuff, it seems like people are finding big deals.
So what advice do you have for people who may be headed out? I mean, you were talking earlier about the parking lot being full out there. So do you have any advice for someone who's heading out? What's the atmosphere like? Are people in good spirits, or is it kind of like the Hunger Games out there right now?
No, they seem to be in good spirits. I mean, people know what to expect when they come out here, that they know there's going to be lines, especially for the big ticket items that they're looking to get. And, I haven't seen any fist fights or anything like that. Things have changed definitely when it comes to Black Friday over the years, because before you would have people camping out, they would open the doors, mad rush in, people throwing elbows, trying to get big screen TVs. Definitely don't see that anymore, and that's why we're seeing the lines here at like outside Gucci and Lululemon, places like that, is because they're limiting the amount of people that they let inside the stores. Probably only let about 10 people in at a time. Limit the number of people inside. Then once people leave, they let more people in. but definitely not stopping people from coming out here. I want to get over here to the parking lot and show you the situation because, I mean, if you've ever been to the outlets, it's always a mad rush for parking.
Oh, yeah.
Parking fills up quick on the weekends, especially. You have people parking in places that aren't parking spaces, hopping curbs, parking in the grass. But you have someone out here directing traffic. You can
Wow.
see, yeah, just a constant flow of people coming in, trying to, the shoppers are trying to find parking spaces, but there really aren't many. So this place is pretty much full, but just as people leave, people are trying to snag whatever spaces they can.
Well,
So
are you glad
there's
that,
another look there.
are you glad a lot of the stores shut down for Thanksgiving? Because, in the past, I'm sure as you were reporting, you were out on Thanksgiving night, seeing a lot of lines and camping out. And things have shifted over the past few years to stores opening on Friday now instead of Thursday.
Yeah, and it's good that that has shifted back to, I mean, people should be spending time with their family, with friends. Enjoy the Thanksgiving holiday before going out to the stores, but also online has changed that as well because people will just avoid the stores altogether and get their deals online, which have started, even before today, going to this weekend. Of course, we have Cyber Monday coming up, and like I was saying this morning, there's expected to be a record number of online deals this weekend, so people will definitely be snagging those. But again, for others, it's about the experience. They want to be out here and be amongst the people and trying to find the deals themselves.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. Reporting live from the premium Vineland outlets. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes.
All right, we're going to be right back with Breakfast with Bridgett. I'm filling in Crystal Moyer. We're going to have a short break, and we'll see you in a minute. All right. So, if you have family and friends visiting for the holidays, you are not alone. A ton of people are out here. Of course, Florida and specifically Orlando has been one of the top destinations for holiday travel, according to AAA. So our reporter, Troy Campbell, was out on International Drive to talk to some of the folks who are here visiting.
If you live or commute near Orlando this Thanksgiving week, you may have noticed more traffic on the roadways, especially near the tourist area and here along I-Drive. As inconvenient as it may be, Visit Orlando actually says that the money these tourists are spending annually is enough to keep about 500,000 Central Floridians employed. A busy Thanksgiving travel week in Central Florida. Visit Orlando says this all shakes down to more money for Central Florida residents. In fact, the most recent data shows tourists spend enough money in Central Florida to pay more than $26 billion in payroll deposits. In most cities around the country on Thanksgiving, there's a lot of closures. However, here in Orlando, you can see the Star Flyer and the wheel at Icon Park are lit up. In fact, AAA says that Orlando is the #1 destination for all Americans for their Thanksgiving vacation, even more than Maui and Las Vegas. For Orange County, Visit Orlando says tourists contribute to 50% of all sales tax revenue, which is used to fund improvement projects that benefit residents. Tourism officials say tourism saves each household $7,500 in annual taxes. Airport officials say for the rest of the Thanksgiving holiday travel period, the number of tourists who fly out each day are replaced with about the same number of tourists arriving. With school out on Friday, plus all of the Black Friday shoppers and all the extra visitors in town, of course you will want to give yourself extra time to get where you're going. In Orlando, Troy Campbell, Getting Results, News 6.
Thanks, Troy. That's just incredible. I know we complain a lot about people coming in and the traffic, and they don't know where they're going because they're not from here. But it does help our economy. So that's some good news there. When they're here and they're spending money, that's helping us. So let's just be a little bit more kind to those folks who are out here visiting. And in speaking of visiting, a lot of people flying in or maybe flying out through Orlando International Airport. It's been reported one of the record-setting numbers tomorrow for travel full with 186,000 passengers estimated to be going through the gates. That's an 11% increase from this time last year, according to MCO officials. So they're urging people, of course, if you're flying out this weekend, Sunday, obviously a big day as well, with more than 184,000 people passing through the gates. They want people to follow the 3-2-1 rule. And what I mean by that, arrive at the airport 3 hours early, get to the security checkpoint 2 hours early, and be at your gate with an hour to spare. And so throughout the last few days, we've been seeing a lot of those parking garages, ABC, and the North Economy lot have been full. So if you are driving there and planning to park your vehicle, either try to get a ride from a family or friend, or you need to leave with some extra time, because it will take you quite a while to drive around and find a parking space. And if it's far, let me tell you, if you get into C, it's going to be a trek to get back over to security and TSA so that you can get over to your terminal. So please let us know how your experience is. You can head to Facebook, and I'm there, Crystal Moyer News 6. If you've had trouble or maybe been waiting in line or have some photos to share, I'd love to talk to you about it. Maybe, chat with you if you're in line and just looking for someone to talk to. So next we want to talk about some mysterious dog illnesses. If you own a pet, this has been an alert that we've been telling you about for a few days now. So a mystery illness making dogs sick, and we're hearing that it may have come here to Central Florida. So News 6's Treasure Roberts has more on what you can expect and what pet owners need to know.
Dogs around the nation are getting sick, and what's causing it is a bit of a mystery.
It is a big mystery, and it's on everyone's mind because there are so many dog owners in the U.S.
Dr. Dana Varbo is Chief Veterinary Officer of the North American Veterinary Community. She says the spreading respiratory illness has been a cause for concern, especially so close to the holidays.
Some of our pets might need to go to boarding facilities or stay with family or be in places with multiple dogs. And anytime there is a disease outbreak, even if it's something as simple as kennel cough, it kind of makes you worry a little bit more in those situations.
It's possible this illness has already made its way to Central Florida. Seminole County Animal Services has quarantined 8 dogs. Alan Harris, director of Seminole County Emergency Management, says the dogs have a respiratory virus.
Any dog that's now coming into the shelter, we're monitoring that dog. If it's identified as any type of respiratory illness whatsoever, it is not put in with the rest of the population, is immediately moved into isolation.
Dr. Varbo says research shows this is a new bacteria. In some rare cases, it can lead to death.
Make sure your pet is up to date on their vaccinations. Also, if you have the option to just stay away from places like dog parks and kennels and places where dogs are getting together and potentially sharing germs, that's a more safe option at this point.
Alan Harris says the 8 dogs in isolation in Seminole County have been sick for at least a week straight. They have been given antibiotics and they have been responding to them well, so staff at the shelter are waiting for them to recover. In the newsroom, Treasure Roberts, Getting Results, News 6.
Some important information there. Of course, some of the symptoms you may need to look out for: coughing and runny noses. And it's always difficult when you have a pet. I have a dog. They can't talk to you. They can't tell you, if they're feeling ill. So if your dog does have runny nose or is coughing a lot, don't freak out. Just make an appointment with your vet and let them know the symptoms that your pet is having. Here's my dog Nala on my phone there. That's her. I did make it purple. She's at home, hopefully watching. Hi, Nala. Anyway, let's go ahead and move over to our Angel Tree program. It's that time of year. The holidays are here. And there's so many people who are in need, and we're talking kids and seniors. So this year, the Salvation Army partnering with us and, of course, a bunch of other organizations to help out 6,000 children and seniors in need. We've got 5,000 kids and 1,000 seniors, and there's so many places that you can go to see the Angel Tree and pick one out of your own. The tickets look like this. Oh, we'll show you in a second there. But you could see the tree. You pick out a slip there, and it has a child, some information about the child or senior, and what they want, like what's on their wish list. So it's going to look like this. And the good thing about these is if you're on a budget or if you're not sure, if you can find something that they want, you can see what's on their wish list before you pick it off the tree. So it gives you a good opportunity to just say, hey, I know that, I can go get some toys, or I want to shop for a kid, or I want to shop for a senior specifically. You get to pick. So what you'll do is you'll pick one off the tree, you go shop for them, and then you would bring this and the unwrapped gifts back to one of the drop-off locations. So you're talking about the mall at Millennia. There's an angel tree there, as well as some participating Chick-fil-A stores. They'll have a big tree and you just pull one right off. And you can head to clickorlando.com to get a full list of participating locations to see who it has these angel trees. And it's just so heartwarming every year to see what happens on distribution day. And every year we partner with the Salvation Army to broadcast it live for you, because a lot of you help these families, and then you want to kind of see, that excitement surrounding those families, picking up these gifts and just seeing how grateful they are. Because without you and without the help from the angel tree, a lot of them would not have the type of Christmas that we all get to experience every year. So a very special program. Again, if you want to find the locations for these angel tree locations, you can head to clickorlando.com. We have the article up there so that you can go pick one out for yourself. And we do offer it virtually. Maybe you don't want to go shopping. You can go online and actually adopt an angel and do that online as well without even leaving your home. So a good option there. Well, we do appreciate you joining us for Breakfast with Crystal today. Bridgett will be back on Monday, and we hope that you're nice and full from that Thanksgiving holiday and that you have a safe and fun Friday. If you're out shopping, pack some patience, and let's just all have a safe weekend. We'll see you at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. We got a lot coming up. 9 a.m. we're going to talk to Mark Lehman, who's out there at the outlets, about what he's seeing. Also, we're going to have a really touching story about some surviving premature twins. They were born at just 22 weeks, one weighing 12 ounces, the other weighing 15 ounces, and that's just the size of soda cans. To give you a little bit of perspective. So we're going to see how they are surviving and thriving this holiday season. And then we're going to help you get results for dinner, how to turn cookie bars into some festive treats this holiday season. If you guys are looking to do something fun and unique and creative with your family for desserts, we'll have that as well. So we will see you News 6 at 9. You can also check us out on the News 6 Plus app. And of course, clickorlando.com, the all-powerful clickorlando.com. We appreciate you joining me from the newsroom. Crystal Moyer, Getting Results, News 6.